Okay, Barbara, we are doing this next task at the request of one of our readers, Susan, who asked us how to split peonies.
Okay, peonies, we're doing a herbaceous peony. A herbaceous peony is one that dies back all the way to the ground.
Okay, I can see, because when I asked you where is this thing we're going to split, I couldn't see anything down there.
And very sadly, I cut them back earlier this year because they were covered in mildew.
Oh, I see.
And I just didn't like the way they looked.
Oh, right.
But
I remember
normally
yeah.
I would be cutting them back now. Now this peony is not so large that it really needs to be split, but we'll do anything for our readers.
That's right.
Including split a peony that doesn't really need to be split. But this is the time to do it. You have to wait until the fall. You don't do it at any other time. And even doing it at the right time, it may take as much as 3 years for this peony to bloom again.
Oh,
so
okay.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to dig down, get the whole root, and I'll show you the next part.
Okay. Okay, so this is large implement time. We're just digging the whole thing up.
Digging it down and try and go around. You don't want to cut off any of the roots. You want to try and get as many as you possibly can. As you can see, yeah, we're starting to see what we've got here. So if you can go, and I've got a ground cover on top, which makes this task just a
wee
little
bit harder,
trickier, but we'll be very careful. The crown is right in this area, so I'm not going to cut through the crown. I'm just going to go down, step on my ground cover, and here we are.
There it is. Wow.
Okay.
Those are some big roots.
They are. All right, so here is my peony, and this is what it looks like when it comes out of the ground.
Okay.
Now, what you'll find, loosen the dirt. And I know if a lot of you, if you've got very heavy or clay soil, you're thinking, sure, but you need to get, if you need to bring out the hose, if you've got clay soil, really, really run the water in so you get to the point where you see the plant actually breaks apart on itself.
Oh, I see. Yes, I see that.
See, it's coming apart.
Oh,
voila.
Perfect. So now we have 2 peonies.
Now we have 2 peonies. And the most important part about putting these back in is, and actually, why don't we, I think I may even can do 3 easily. Just wiggling here. No, this is really...
It doesn't want to come apart.
Doesn't want to come apart. I probably could force it, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
All right, so we've come to the
point. So we're just pulling all the extraneous material away from it there. Now, you can really see the root system now.
You can see the root system, and the wonderful thing about the peony, here are the shoots.
Oh, I see.
These are the shoots for next year. So the shoots must be just at soil level. If your peonies aren't blooming, there's one of 2 things. It's not getting enough sun. Peonies need to grow in a full sun area. Or number 2, the peony has been planted too deep, so the shoots can't properly get to the surface the way they're supposed to.
So when you put it in, you should actually see the tip of that white shoot?
You should be able just to feel it with your hand, as opposed to see it.
All right, okay.
And you'll find they're different colors. These are white, sometimes you'll see they're red, but it'll be quite clear.
I mean, there's no doubt that what it is you're looking at there.
That's right.
Okay.
All right, so on to the next step. So what we would normally do, and I'm not going to do in this particular case because I'm putting it right back down, and I did make sure that the soil had been amended. This year I got loads and loads of compost, so the soil's in great shape.
What is that? What does amended mean?
Well, amended means you are improving the soil. You are adding something to the soil to make the soil better. And in this case, our soil's very sandy, so I always add compost. It just helps with moisture retention, and the plants love it. It's great for nutrients.
Okay.
So,
and that's been done.
That has been done. So to get it back in the soil, what you want to do, normally, if you were doing this at home, make sure, they call it the $100 hole. So make sure that you've got great soil at the bottom of the hole for the lovely plant. Then, in goes the peony. very carefully, like this. You may find that a few of these roots break off, but not to worry. And you see, I'm not pushing it down. I'm keeping it very close to the top of the soil. Backfilling like this. Pressing it down. And for those of you who are planting bulbs, you may want to put a marker in so you won't forget that you've put your peony there.
Right,
Nothing's sadder than crunching through something you spent so long to put in its spot. So that's it.
That's it.
Give
Excellent.
it a little bit of water, and you're perfectly fine. By next year, you'll start to see the shoots come up, and certainly within 3 years, you'll have blooms.
Excellent.
Peony divided. Give them off to friends. They're terrific.
So is that what
plants.
you'll do with the other one? You'll just or find another spot for it or give it away?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
It depends on how many holes you dig, Helen.
Okay, but all right, I can see that. But seriously, how long can that thing sit there before you decide what to do with it?
It can sit out probably with the soil taken off and allowed to dry out somewhat, probably a couple of weeks.
Oh, really?
Now, you're not
Okay.
going to leave it in a situation where it's in the weather, but if you had a spot in your garage, just place it there until you know what it is that you want to do. Because I know a lot of people, you're doing renovations to your properties, and you want to save these very valuable plants. So just know that you can dig these things up and put them in some kind of a quiet place in your yard, and then you can plant them
Decide
later on.
later. Oh, good. Excellent.